Welcome in the Pastime Picks Podcast. I am Keith, Vintage Sport Flips.
I'm Andy, the King of Pennants, a.k.a. Rips and Brews also.
Yeah, and on that note, yeah, guys, if you might be watching this on Vintage Sport Flips, but we also started putting this over on Rips and Brews as well, our other channel. So I figured, let's bring it to both worlds, since we do have some card content in here each week as well. We give away cards every week, or packs of cards every week on our channel. So we have a couple people in the house already. We have Brandon Patterson in the house.
Hello.
One of our cumulative horse winners, or one of the rating jockeys. But speaking of Jackie, thank you to our channel member Jackie and Shane over at Soda City Flips, my two channel members. What's up, Brendan? I didn't, but it might be in my PO box. I will check. I will check tomorrow. What's up, Mark Hoyle? Welcome in, man.
Welcome in,
Mark, also a reigning jockey in the giveaway contest that Andy's running over there with his.
There's six. There's six.
Six. Yeah, six in the race right now. So yeah, on that note, guys, we do a giveaway every week. We give away a pair of packs of cards. A pair of packs. Is that right?
Pick a pack of cards.
Yeah, pick a pack of cards. We send you a pair of cards, or a pair of packs, and you also get in on a cumulative giveaway where we give away $50 gift card to one of our eBay stores. The person who wins the most giveaways over a 12-week span wins that giveaway. Right now, it's a 6-horse race.
Six-horse tie. Everybody's in it. So if you're new, you can still win, and this is your chance to take the next step forward. If you've already won one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Brandon. You're not joking. So there's a little crossover. We're not technically running out of horses. We're running out of different styles of horses. So there may be some overlap.
There are some more horses in the warehouse. I can look for some for you.
Oh, good. Of course, we need. Anyway, but it's been fun. I feel like it's always nice to have a little visual context to something. Just not like everything's so. Online today, so like
it's old school. It's definitely old school that you're doing there.
Yeah, exactly.
And speaking of that, though, I still have to do my the wheel of names. So give me 1 second.
Okay. Well, we could quickly get big weekend for us.
Yeah. We're both in the game.
This could be the final weekend that we're talking to each other.
Yeah,
Brandon, that's a great idea. Should have done pack of lions. That'd be awesome. Or Eagles, we could have done both then.
I mean, we'll have a podcast next week for sure, but the week after, I mean, we might postpone. We'll see. We'll play it by ear. Because either way, it's going to be a rough one. If we both win this week,
right?
The week after will be a rough episode. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll definitely have it next week.
Well, here's the story. Here's the deal. If the Eagles lose, if they play each other, and the Lions win, Keith will 100% cancel the podcast. He will 100%. It's not on me. Don't pretend like it's like, you can't handle it. It's you. They will not be able to handle it.
No. Well, no. Yeah, I will say this. I mean, I barely talked. I was like staying in a room with my dad and my brother-in-law in Phoenix at Super Bowl a year and a half ago, or 2 years ago now almost. And I mean, I barely said a word to them in the room with them after the game on the way home to the game. I was like in not a comatose state, but what would you call that state where you don't talk? It's like there's a state there's a word for that. Whatever that state is, I was in it. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean, but I was saying either way in it because I don't want to like boast in your face or come in too like jovial. I don't want to like. It's going to be a tough one for one of us either way potentially.
Yeah, I mean, it happens.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I'm more accustomed. My team has dealt with some struggles in the past, so
you're true. You're more immune to it. You're more immune to it.
A very delicate flower that
not a delicate flower.
Completely crushed.
What's up, Shane?
Honestly, it's probably good if one of our teams loses this week. But
no. We're not gonna say that. No.
I know.
What's up, Shane? So I just got done a Dibdit show on Dibdit.com with Shane over at Soda City Flips. So fun time with Shane doing a co-hosted show tonight. Chris Nutter's in the house. Welcome in, Chris.
So Chris,
Yeah, and Mark was end up making a little purchase on eBay from Shane as well. I learned about that
very cool.
on his live on Monday night. So, all right, so I did get the wheel of names. I got to do one more thing here, Andy. That I got to get the. Well, I can fix this after the fact.
Yeah, so
But
this is an interesting thing that you came up with, Keith. I didn't understand really what you were talking about at first, but now I think we've ironed out an understanding of what we're drafting here. So essentially, what we're drafting is not specific examples of certain things happening that like fan stuff, fan interactions, or I think you can give examples of that, but we're talking about like fan. Either at the stadium or at a Super Bowl party, like fan, I guess you said bro code, but like kind of like,
fan code, or I mean, either things that are either when you're watching a game with someone or you see someone out in the streets and you find it annoying, something about a fan, offensive about a fan at the game. If you're at a Super Bowl party, these are violations that would annoy me or so that's where, you can take it whatever direction we want to take it. There is no holds barred, no rules here. And the last time we did a no rules draft, it didn't go too well.
I think we're more on the same page this time. I understand what you're saying. At first, if I would have gone with the initial thing, I would have been in trouble.
Well, I mean,
I was thinking you were saying specific like fan interactions that
probably from the thumbnail, right? I had the Steve Bartman thumbnail, which that's hard because you can't really illustrate it otherwise. I wanted to illustrate it in some fashion.
Yeah.
Oh, no problem, man. Yeah, anytime. Yeah, we can talk whether we want to do that as a regular thing because I find it a little less stressful to do those kind of lives in that kind of platform where because while you're running too, I can organize and figure out what I want to run. You can strategize a little bit. When you're back to back to back, it's you're without help, which I never have help when I'm doing them. Mrs. Flips is never. She helped me once on a Dib Dit show, but not really a fan of helping me on those shows.
Thanks for that, Brad. Half the time I'm just not with it on the, TTYL or all that stuff, like talk to you later, all that. He said GTSY. I didn't know what that. I was like, what does that mean? And then
I had no idea what that meant either.
Yeah, it's great to see you. I didn't know that. I'm gonna.
I thought he was misspelling Etsy.
Yeah, I'm gonna make that part of my thing. I think maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that too.
Okay.
I know a lot of young people slang from coworkers, like like my drip tonight, Andy, right?
Yeah.
Like
we're pretty both
dripping. We're both dripping.
both dripping. Oh, okay. Here's one thing. This is tie into a little bit of the upcoming game. I don't think you do or have done, but have you ever made like sort of bets over games? Not like actual money bets, but like bets with coworkers or something like that. So say the Eagles are playing Dallas or somebody, and somebody's a Dallas fan. You never made like a bet, like you have to do this or something if Dallas wins. Okay.
No.
We do this. We do that
I work with almost all women. Not that women aren't sports fans, but I mean,
Yeah.
at least the ones that I work with, a lot of them aren't. So I've never made a bet like that. In college, I probably did, and back in the day there.
Yeah.
But not, nothing
So
like
we've
that.
done a couple things like it's almost like the loser bet in fantasy football and stuff we've done before as well. But so wasn't this time. It was definitely a different, like several years ago. But like one of the losses, like it's always the person who loses has to, is the one that's like there's no like the person who win doesn't get anything. It's just the other person.
Yeah, the embarrassment.
Loses. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we did one where we could go to, you had to go to Subway and the person had to make you a sandwich however you wanted it.
I remember you told me this, but I didn't think it was that bad. I like Subway. So I don't think it was that bad of a punishment.
Okay, so Subway's fine, right? It's not, certainly not the best stuff. I think it's gone downhill too. But there is one food on that menu that I don't think that I would suggest you not touch, and that's the seafood salad. Because
that makes sense.
For several reasons. Because any seafood that's in there is old, right? Because nobody orders it. And second of all, they say it's like a crab salad, but it's all, it's all fake. All the stuff is fake. It's just compressed fish or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was the one thing. But I have a new bet now for this because I work in DC, and so there's a lot of I know there's a lot of fans down there. So I don't think this guy knew what he was getting into, but what we came up with is like we will decorate the other person's cubes in a Lions or Commanders gear for the next. But he doesn't understand like how much crap I have that I'm gonna bring into work and just completely turn his desk into something. So
I mean, I could not do. Yeah, that would be too painful. I would not allow that to happen to me.
Yeah, well, you gotta be a tough. It's a tough. You're a sore loser too. I can tell.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You're not made for that. You got to be a little more.
I tell you, back in the day, I used to bring a radio to every Eagles game, and listen to Merrill Reese, the Eagles announcer, like a Hall of Fame Eagles announcer. I stopped doing it because the delay made it really hard to listen to because you're hearing it after the fact. And I would say, in a given season, back when the Eagles were not great, I would go through like 5 radios because I would smash that radio coming out of the stadium. That was just like my ritual. I went through a lot of radios.
Oh, jeez.
But I'm not violent. I don't fight with people or anything. I just
yeah. I got you.
Yeah. So I'm just make sure that's clear. All right.
We were a little dicey on sushi last week. We went to a new place, and it was a little sketch. I'm not gonna lie. We should just once you find a place that has good sushi, you don't want to go away from it because there is a risk that you're running.
And talking about like using young people slang from my workplace, that sushi was a little sus, is what the kids would say. Sus. Okay, good. Come on.
Good.
You sound cool at work now.
I'm probably 20 years ago sketch, right? That's
yeah, similar idea. Okay. All right, so let's recap last week. Another dominant victory.
No, I wasn't dominant. You beat me by. You can't say that.
It was 58-42. Is that dominant?
Well, no, it's not dominant. Score? No,
it's a win. Maybe it's not dominant, but it's a win.
I'm not gonna lie. I think because you took JC, you had a big benefit there. That was your
nonetheless
your trump card. But
nonetheless, so let me. I made this here to celebrate the occasion.
Oh right.
Hold on, is that Hold on, is this? Can I zoom out? Can you see that better? Will he ever win a draft again? It says up top, King of Pennants.
I can read it.
It also has King of Pen Pants. You like that?
Yeah.
Pen Pants. That's your new nickname.
Yeah.
Pen Pants.
That's great. Thanks, Nate. I appreciate it. I thought I picked all right. I think I picked pretty well. Keith had some sus picks in there. With Vlad the Impaler. I think he really got the JC really helped him out there.
Well, he's very influential man. Yeah. So, all right. So that's the victory. So right now our score as it sits is I'm 29-21-5. You are 21-29-5. So,
all right.
Maybe we restart over after the Super Bowl. Well, maybe not. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
Discuss another time. But pretty good victory there. So let's.
Any victory you have today is dominant. It's not the case.
Yeah. All right. So let's get into the wheel of names here. I got to put more names on there. So we only have 4 on there.
Thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. I will. You may have some time to make that too. You may have several weeks.
Sean, there's more. He will have several weeks, and there's more special surprises like that throughout the show. I will say. So stay tuned.
I mean. Do you want me to start doing AI stuff and start making? Because I will be ready for Sad Eagles if something if you want.
There's no lion stuff. Okay. No lions. I'll say that.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
And I pay for that AI. So if you're going to start contributing, paying up, you can.
Okay.
All right. Here I'm going to spin it up.
The less you pay for the AI, the more funny it is, probably.
I mean, they all are not great.
He is right. I know. This is where this is. Kind of, he gets a little too big for his britches, and before you know it,
it's true. I might lose this one because
a little bit cocky, a little bit.
This one might be tough for me to win because these are personal choices.
I guarantee Keith's are gonna be very specific and oddly weird. I'm guessing.
All right, let's see who goes first here.
All right.
I never get to pick first.
I know. Well, congrats. You get to start it off.
Thank you. All right, let me do one thing here real fast. Okay, so number 1 overall for me, and this is an easy one. This has never really impacted me at a game, and a lot of my picks are going to be, several of my picks will be more like in-person, in-game experience picks. I mean, but they don't have to be that way. Just because I go, that's where I get most annoyed at a game.
Yeah.
Because I any road games I watch by myself. You really can't get too annoyed by yourself, right? So anyway, this is an in-person one, and this is a violation for anyone other than a child, in the front row. Okay. But I still think the parents should train their kid better than allowing them to do this.
There's a lot of build-up for this one.
But this one is, especially an adult man making a sign, bringing it to the game to try to get on camera with a sign. Major fan violation, in my opinion. And even as a kid, and especially when they like rhyme it with NBC, and they try to get the words to start with an N, a B, and a C. Super lame. As is this gentleman here is super lame. He has the sign at the game. King of Pennants hat on. What's a weird sign to bring to the game, Andy? A weird sign, but
what's your problem? I can't imagine how big the stockpile of stuff he has at this point is.
So I like to play with horses.
Why? By the way, what are you putting in? Because why are all my pictures of fat guys, like nerdy guys? What did you type in? What did you type in for this?
Fat nerdy.
He's so happy with himself. He couldn't be happier. This is literally your dream to do this.
Well, I did start with nerdy, but these guys were like super gaunt guys, and they weren't really that nerdy looking, so I had to amp it up with fat nerdy.
What's wrong with you?
Andy's not fat, by the way, but it just made for a more comical picture, in my opinion.
Sure.
But how do you feel about that? You agree with that pick? Signs at the game?
So I don't know if I should. I guess I'll take this one off my list because it's essentially the same thing. So one of mine was similar along the same lines. Was bringing the defense signs to current games. So back in the 80s and 90s, that was okay. But now anytime you see the guy with the D in the fence, that's like, come on.
Same idea. Same idea.
Yeah, similar. I wouldn't have taken it, obviously, when you did that. But
and especially when they, because if you're like holding up a sign and you're blocking like the view of like several people, I mean, I'll be ripping that sign in half, to be honest. But I've never done that. But where I sit, there aren't really signs anyway. I'm in the second row of the upper level, so people don't really bring signs. But
thank you, Sean. I'll take PHAT. I'll take that.
Did you have a horse on your belt buckle there too?
It looks like, I don't know if that's a horse or a ram.
Might be a ram. Yeah. All right.
Okay, that's a good one. I will agree. I didn't have that exact sign thing per se, but okay. I'm gonna go. My first pick is gonna be. So this is kind of an encompassing thing. There's a couple things that are tied to it, but it's going to games to be seen, like not to be like not going to watch a game, but like taking Instagram or like taking photos of yourself at the game. This is very centered on maybe a certain demographic, but like the celebrity people that show up and stuff, and they're not going there because they want to go to the game. They just want to go there to be seen. Like you see people that have no idea about basketball or something like that, and they have floor seats or something. They have no clue what's going on in the game.
I agree with that.
Yeah, like the photo stuff. That's like very similar. So it all kind of encompasses. So that's my overall theme is going to the games to be seen or because it's cool type of thing.
So I'm trying to think how to write that. I'm trying to think how to write that on this list here. So
I would say
going to the game solely as a social status.
Yeah, like Instagram. I don't know.
I'll put a social status / for
the Instagram story.
Yeah, or social media. Okay.
Yeah, that works.
All right. Not bad. Oop, I spelled solely wrong. How do you spell solely?
SOLEY.
That's what I wrote. It just doesn't look right. Maybe it is right.
Yeah. Okay. Clueless, popular. Yeah. Advertising yourself. Yeah, everybody's all of that. This is kind of an all-encompassing one for going to the game but not being a true fan, really. So.
Oh, I know what I did. There's another L there. That's what it is. Solely. Yeah, like that. Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. Here we go. And Sean did it more concisely than I did. Social status sports phonies.
I like
There you
that
go.
one.
Yeah, that's a little bit more to the point than mine was. So let me get to this first here.
Sale of the week.
All right, so in this segment, me and Andy show each other our sales of the week. We guess the selling prices. We want to get within 10% to win. And our third item overall is for the giveaway. That'll be my second item. So stay tuned for that. Let me find my first item here. Okay. All right, Andy.
Okay.
So what we have here is a baseball board game. It's
Okay.
a game, a baseball board game. I'll make it. It's called the New Parlor Game of Baseball. Here's a little close up of some of the players. They're wearing bib jerseys.
It's like 1800s, right? That's pre-1900s for sure, right?
Yep. It's 1884 is the date of it. 1884.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
So it's not complete. It's missing. It was missing like its pegs. All I had is what's shown there. So it's the game board. There would have been a box probably and probably some pieces, but still pretty good shape though for being, what is that, 135 years? It's about that, a little bit more than that, 139.
Appreciate it, Brandon. Thank you. That's very, very
cool. Oh, he's over at Rips and Brews maybe. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Board only. Yes, board only, Christopher Nutter.
I think you say his full name.
Did I say his full name?
Yeah. Yes. If we get your middle name, he'll probably put that in there too.
Yeah. So yes, that's what we got in 1884. So what do you?
Yeah, it's kind of cool. That's interesting. It's crazy that they had a board game. I mean, when did baseball actually start? Right, that was wasn't too much earlier than that, right?
The Civil War. A little bit before. It was the 1850s. Yeah, Civil War is when it really spread a lot. But yeah, that's
yeah.
No, not Major League Baseball. I think the National Association started in 1871, I believe. So that was one of the some professional stuff in the late 1860s. But there was definitely baseball before that. 1840s, in fact. There was baseball in the 1840s.
It's just interesting that they actually had that game. I mean, and it's kind of cool. It's well designed. I mean, it's like good color and everything like that.
Yeah.
So, do you know how to play this game, by the way? Do you know how it was played?
No, I don't.
Board game, or was it like a?
There's a little spring in the bottom left corner, that would spin. So I don't. It might be a dice game. I'm not really sure, to be honest. I don't know.
All right.
You're Sean. You know what grinds my gears? Is that a SNL character?
Remember?
I think it might be. But here we go. Brandon Patterson's in at 75. Chris Nutter's in at 65. Soda City Flips is in at $119.99. Real Life's in at $150. Heartland Vintage, welcome in, Heartland, is at $200.
It's good. Okay. Well, this is not the one for the big prize, and I think we got a lot of bids in. So I'm going to go. I kind of like.
Sean, Mark Hoyle's in there at $658.99.
Oh, geez. Does Mark know something? Mark, now you got me. Now you got me thrown.
I shouldn't have told you that one.
Yeah. Well, now are you trying to throw me off because it's overpriced? All right. I'm gonna go with my first guess, which is in between soda and Real Life. I'm gonna go $134.99.
$134.99. All right. Let me find your video.
Could be way off.
He'll go, 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 yeah, go.
All right.
Let me
Is Mark closer to the oh my God, Mark, I should have.
Yeah, Mark he got it in 10%, right?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Nice job, Mark.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's cuz so friggin' old, right? Like that's I mean, yeah. And it's got anything that old, probably just with pictures of baseball is probably collectible. So at that
Yeah,
point.
I've sold a lot of Victorian, 19th century games, and they do pretty well, especially the chromo lithographic stuff. This one actually went overseas,
Wow.
via the
Okay.
global shipping. I don't know what country it went to because you don't see that on eBay. But
Yeah.
we got it, and he was pretty far off on that one, which I like.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of people were. Mark.
Yeah.
I
Mark-
should have
Mark
known
knew.
Mark was in the ballpark for sure.
Yeah, and that's the fact that
Yeah.
it's not complete. It's nice to frame. That one's a very frameable example. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense for sure. I mean, it's a conversation starter probably too.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I will. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. All right. So we got a little Ferdinand, Indiana, 1840 to 1940 Centennial pennant.
All right, so Ferdinand.
Kind of cool.
Indiana.
There's a lot of stuff going on there. It's a nice soft pennant, not crispy at all.
Get a little monastery in there.
Yeah,
Monastery action.
exactly.
I like it. Yeah, I've sold a lot of these that are like the centennials. I think people like that local town. People like those kind of things to celebrate the town's history.
Yep.
I'm not familiar with Ferdinand, Indiana. I mean, Dan and the man he's probably on Dibbed It right now.
It's lovely this time of year.
Is it? Dan's in Dibbed It right now, so he's not going to be able to guess. So Christopher Nutter's in at 35. Brandon's in at 49. I think those guys are in the ballpark of this one. I think it's probably 35 to 45. I mean, I would guess Andy put this up for $39.99, but took an offer.
Okay.
Took an offer of $31. $31 on this one.
All right.
Shane's at 40 or $79.99. Mark's in $44.99. Heartland's at 25. He's from Indiana, so he might know where Ferdinand is.
All right. Well, let's see if Keith won or lost.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
not bad, not bad. I mean, listen, these pennants,
Woohoo!
there's not going to be a huge window that you're going to get wrong on here.
But I have a small error. What would you call that? I mean, a
Window,
small window of
yeah,
error.
yeah,
window
true,
of
true.
error, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'll give you credit for that. So yeah, you might have even nailed like how much I had it up for.
Oh yeah.
But I want to let me see if I have that. I'll stop sharing that one. You can put yours up.
The trumpet master's in the house. Oh, I can't say it, but og. Or Sean's he's saying it there. I can't do that. Andy, do you know how they say that?
I don't think so. No.
You've heard it.
Well,
You've heard it. You've heard Sean do it in the live.
I have. I don't think I can replicate it.
Yeah, I can't either.
Um,
Oh, sorry, man. Yeah, we went a little quick. We went a little quick with it, Brandon.
yeah. Well, yeah. This one. Sometimes they're not super, exciting. I would say this one's not as exciting as some of the others that we've had up.
Yeah.
I'm to see what we had. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, only so long we can wax poetic about a Catholic monastery pennant, right?
I had up for $34.99. So
Okay, so I overshot a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, that's good. That's a good sale.
All right, here we go. Horse time.
All right, for the winner,
everybody's favorite time, or everybody's hatred. We gotta do it.
So speaking of Dibdit.com, this is an item I bought on Dibdit.com a few months ago, I think. I bought it on Dibdit.com, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say.
Easy for you to say.
Dibdit.com, and I sold it on Etsy. So here we go. And it's sort of topical with our thumbnail, right?
Steve Bart. Man, I got you.
Yeah. I didn't do that. I just figured that out now that it's sort of topical. But a vintage, let me see what year this is. Vintage 1990 Bartman, Avenger of Evil, trucker style snapback hat. That's what we got, Andy. Getting the horses ready over there?
Okay, the horses are entering the stable.
Right.
The paddock is what they call it, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And at this point, I honestly do not remember what horses you have, so they're all the same. I'll have to go back to one of the videos and make sure.
All right, so this is for the giveaway. So again, the giveaway is for 2 non-sport or 2 sport packs of your choosing, and then you get an entry into the overall 12-week jumbo giveaway of a $50 gift card.
Slash horse
to our eBay store.
extravaganza.
Yeah, horse
And you get to name
extravaganza.
your horse if you don't have one.
So Christopher Nutter's in at 120, Harry Humstone in at 65.98, Heartland Vintage in at 77, Mark Hoyle at 51.99, Shane's in at 69.99, Brandon Patterson at 59.99. Yeah, and he was rounding up the horses.
Hey, guys, these are wild stallions over here, okay? You know how they're not easy to tame. So you got to
Chris, did you see this? Did you see this earlier? Did you see that? That's Andy at the game.
You don't have to keep bringing it up. It's like the 3rd or 4th time you've done it. Jeez.
Sorry.
Oh my god. All right, trumpeter needs a guess. We'll hold on.
Real life's in at $29.99.
So what year did you say this was, or did you?
1990 trucker snapback hat.
These, people love these, but these are the type of hats I hate to wear.
I like them.
Uncomfortable.
They love often right a little high. What?
Yeah, I was gonna say they're too puffy at the top for me.
Yeah, but I like a little high rising crown. So I wouldn't have worn them back in the day, but I do like them now.
Yeah. We are running out of space for the horses. Some of the horses may be on top of other horses, so they are not mating. They're just jockeying for position.
Oh, fancy use of language there.
Nailed it.
So Andy, so you can. Anyone else have any guesses? So we do it. Let's see if anyone.
I know we're waiting for trumpeter. Give trumpet a few more.
Trumpet master. Yeah.
A few more seconds, but I mean, this like vintage '90s stuff is people love it. So scene. I don't know. What's your guess, trumpet master? On the 15? Okay, $15. All right. I think this is gonna sell for more than I certainly would buy it for, or but I'm sure people love this. So my guess is that it probably sold for $20 or something when it was new, and I'm guessing that it sold for. I'm gonna go with $69.99.
$69.99. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let me find Andy's answer.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
Oh, all right.
$49.99. So it might have been Mark Hoyle again. Let's just double check that though. So it's
51. Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah. He's back to back, and our first. Well, not did he win last week? Or was Rushmore last week?
Rushmore won it last week.
Yeah, Rushmore last week.
Thunderbolt takes the lead.
Yeah, two lengths or one length.
Mark, do you remember what color your horse was? What horse you had? I know your name. I know the horse's name.
As long as you know the name, that's the critical part, right? So that's exactly the important part. So you want to bring your camera up? Do you want to bring the horses up to the stage?
Yeah. Oh, they're on the stage, my friend. They are on the stage. Here we go. I know he didn't have the giant horse. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't believe you, Mark.
Nobody cares which horse. I know.
All right. I don't think it was this one. I think it was maybe one of these. Or
I think a second one is Harry Humstone, I believe.
Okay,
he had a spotted.
Yeah. Okay.
He definitely had a spotted one.
Yeah. I think it might have been him.
Good.
Whoa! There we go. Now nobody else can win. Also, you guys can't win too much, or it's going to be very difficult to see. You can't go much further. So, all right, but I will do it. Here we go. That's number 2.
Yep.
Our first.
Congrats, Mark. Congrats.
Why do you keep putting that up?
I just like it.
All right.
Very good, Mark. Congrats. He's taking the lead. So we're 7 weeks in. So we have 5 weeks left, right? Is that where we're at?
Correct. Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
Pinto is Igor's. Gotcha. Well, there are several. There may be several Pintos at this point. Like I said, I'm not running out of actual horses. I'm running out of like different designs of horses because there's limited number of those. I know. He's so proud of it too. Like he can't help himself.
I am.
He's so
All
proud.
right. Back to the draft. So first round I went holding signs up at the game. Andy went going to the game just for social status. So that's where we at. Where we at round 1.
All right, I am going to go. Okay, so I think there's a couple broader categories that you can pick multiple things in, which we may or may not do. I don't know if we will. But so for the broader category, I'm going to say the overarching thing is a drunk fan. But the specific drunk that I'm going for this time is the drunk fan that's passing out at the game. Like that passes out in like the first quarter and like wakes up to throw up on themselves. Like that is like the ultimate, like I don't get it. Like
if you're gonna tailgate and you have no idea how much you can drink, right? I mean, what is the purpose of even going to the game?
And there are countless pictures of people just sitting on the like passed out throwing up on themselves, which just makes it so much worse. But
I mean, I've had to like rescue like 300-pound sweaty, slimy men as they're collapsing drunk at the game. So like, they're falling over on top of other people.
Sure, you had to save them. Keith was like, "I'll protect you."
Is that what happened? So no, I agree. You gotta. I mean, I don't drink it. I don't drink at all at games. I don't tailgate. That's all. I'm very focused at the game. I don't want to spend half the game in the bathroom. Which, if you're going to be drinking beer outside the game, the bathroom is not a quick in and out at the stadium, right? There's lines.
Definitely not.
So, bathroom is quite the scene at the link. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I can imagine. Well, don't want to, but
I tell you that I'm a germaphobe. Maybe people in the chat know, but germophobia goes out the window at the Eagles games. But after a big win and you're in the bathroom after the win, people are right at the urinal high-fiving each other. Nobody cares. I don't care either. I'm high-fiving just along with. Man. Yeah.
Being animals and drunks. Yeah. All right. So that's mine. Mine's I just think it's hysterical. You probably paid $300 for a ticket or something, and you're and you watched none of the game. You don't remember anything about it. And some of this happens at a 1:00 game, which is like, how can you get that drunk that fast? Like, I don't think. I mean, you're doing like half a bottle of Jaeger or something, I guess.
These people just have no idea what they're doing. I mean,
I guess it's typically like the young, like 20-year-olders.
Typically, but I've seen like old.
Oh yeah, a lot of old guys too. Yeah.
I mean, it's like All
right, so that's mine.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick. Mine. I don't have a good clip of Andy for this one, but I should have thought of this one. But this is a major violation for like a game goer, and I see this every week. And you'll see it in other stadiums, but I see it at the link. And whatever the situation in the game, if it's a blowout, whether it's a tight game, people leaving early to beat traffic. Major violation. Major violation to me. I mean, that's like, if you're going to spend 3 hours at the game and say it's a 7-point game and you leave like 3 minutes left in the game to get to the parking lot to get out of the stadium first.
I had on my list leaving a close/important game to get to your car easier.
Brutal.
My favorite time is seeing the video of when they're outside the stadium and then they hear like the cheer.
Yeah.
It's like, like they just had a pick six or something. It's the best part. And they're like, and then they can't get back in, which is
no re-entry. Yeah.
Amazing. So
yeah.
All right.
And I never leave early even a blowout. So we stay to the end, but I mean, that's how much time are you saving yourself? You're still in traffic. I mean, it's a nightmare getting out of stadiums. So you're not saving yourself much time. You might as well enjoy the game.
Yeah.
So
all right.
So that was on your list, it sounds like?
That was on my list, yeah.
All right.
Well, do you have the passed out fan on your list or no?
I didn't, no. But it's a good pick. Drunk, passed out fan, and then leaving early to beat traffic. All right. Let me get to a segment here.
That's oddly specific, Palin. Palin. Hey, man knows what he likes, right? YouTube spotlight.
All right, so this is a fellow I met at the game on Sunday, and actually the first time I've ever been recognized.
This one's making me laugh every time I see it. It's like he said, you can bang, but the blanket has to go.
So this is a guy I met at the Eagles game. First time I've been recognized at some like flea markets and yard sales, not yard sales, flea markets, card shows. But this guy recognized me at the Eagles game, and from my channel. And he's someone that I've talked to on Instagram a little bit before, but never met him. Didn't know what he looked like. And he has a YouTube channel. He only started his channel recently. He had asked me for some advice on like editing and stuff. So let me get to this. His channel is Wax Kicks, and he's got a very new channel, 6 subscribers, so only 3 videos on there. But he does like vintage sports clothing. I think he used to do shoes, which is why the Kicks is in there.
Oh, okay.
But he does like sports. He was at the one of his videos that I watched, one of the last video that came out. He was at the Philly Vintage Flea, which is a clothing show that I love to go to. I filmed there. I have some videos of that show on my channel as well. So great, good new channel. Definitely check it out. Maybe we can get him to 10 subs if we have 8 people in here. He's at 6 right now, so we can at least get him to double digits. But cool channel. He shops at flea markets and this clothing shows. So cool new channel.
Cool.
Yeah,
very nice. All right.
And fellow Eagles fan, right? He was wearing a vintage Randall jersey when I met him too. So you gotta support the birds. Yeah.
All right. So you're back at it.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where we're at so far. Let me see. All right, so we did signs. Okay. All right. This is one we talked about that I wouldn't be like attacking another fan base likely. But this is one where I'm sort of going after a fan base, not totally specifically, but they're the leading guilty party of this, but a fan base that sort of names themselves and claims himself as a member of the team, being the 12th man. I'm going to go with the Seattle fan base, the 12th man. That whole
so you just don't like any like fan base that names themselves like the Bills Mafia? Or...
Oh no, that Bills Mafia is fine. I mean like, and then my main thing is wearing like the 12 jersey or holding up a 12 sign at the game. I mean,
you really don't like signs. Is what it comes down to.
It's not a sign. You'll see like the 12th man jerseys and
I got you.
I don't think they were even original to that. I think there was a college that did that first, right?
I'd argue like even I don't even hate the whole thing of you naming your fans, right? Like,
no, I don't hate that at all. Yeah, I don't hate that.
That's not my favorite though. I don't like. I mean, Bill's I don't know. It doesn't always work for me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I wouldn't like if I was that fan. I wouldn't wear it to the game. But yeah, like the Browns and the dog pound. That's cool. I don't have a problem with that. But the fact that like they're almost claiming themselves as like the loudest fan base only because you have a dome, Seattle. If you didn't have a dome, you would not be the loudest stadium there is at all.
Yeah.
So you can, and you're not pretty loud anymore than you may have made the playoffs in a couple of years. So.
I got you. Yeah. No, I agree. I guess I didn't realize that people were spending hard-earned money on doing a 12th man jersey.
Oh yeah, that's the part that I'm saying is lame. Not necessarily calling themselves, Mafia, dog pound. Yeah. So yeah, I think that the chat gets what I meant. But yeah, A&M started it. Texas A&M started the 12th man, and Seattle just ripped that off.
True.
So, yeah, and Kansas City's at least not a dome, right?
Yeah, it's loud. It's some would say its architecture though is supported on that, right? Because isn't it because how it's kind of designed?
Yeah, that helps. That helps. Yeah.
All right, good. Okay, that was not on my list. It's interesting though that just sort of the whole naming of the thing. It's pretty good. Okay. Let's see here. I got a couple on my list. Okay, I'm going to go with. Let's see. What's the one I'm looking at here? I'm going to go with with adults stealing balls, gloves, memorabilia from kids. I think that's mind
Yeah.
you, they are my favorite videos to watch. When when like you see like a 60-year-old grab like a guy's like signed jersey or something and yank it from like a 3-year-old. I love the videos because it's amazing to see that people actually like that exist. But yeah, I would say like adults stealing from kids.
Yeah, I think nobody likes that, right? That's a good one.
Part of me is like even just like that type of person when they're like diving over the edge to get something signed type of thing, you know? That's a little weird too when you're 50 years old trying to get your, hat signed by the punter or something.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's one thing if you're at a show but yeah, I don't think I would be asking for an autograph hanging over the fence at a baseball game. When you're like, it's you like, and I'm not the tallest guy, as Eddie's mocked me in the past, but if I'm towering over a bunch of children, can I get your autograph? It's an embarrassing look.
It's a weird thing, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. All right, that's a good one. That's not bad. But I don't know about Andy for the win. I don't know about that. I think you were already talking that up at the beginning. Like you didn't like me all the, the mocking him with that, like with my graphic. I think Sean was already prejudiced against me in this draft.
I see.
They think, no, I'm just kidding, Sean. The kid falling out of the stand. I don't know if I saw that.
That's crazy.
I don't think I saw that. No. But yeah, how about Andy? You ever watch the channel? And I've never heard of this channel, but somebody came on my channel one time and said, "You're my second favorite channel, other than the guy who like catches all the foul balls." I forget his name right now.
Oh yeah, I do. He's not the Mets guy, right? Yeah, I know. I've seen that guy.
He goes to like every stadium, and Zach Hempful or something like that.
Okay. That sounds
something like
right.
that. Yeah, pretty amazing though that he gets them almost every game.
Yeah, he's got a very oddly specific talent, but
yeah. Strategy and knows where to get the seats. Yeah, a lot of research probably.
Definitely. All right, you want to go to Stump the Strap?
Yeah, let's do Stump the Strap. Well, let's do Stump. Let's do Stump. Yeah, let's do Stump. Let me get that up.
It's got a pull.
Stump the Strap. Crotch strap.
It's funny though, but that was your nickname in high school, wasn't it? Crotch strap.
That is not my nickname. I wasn't expecting that.
All right. So for those that don't know, Stump the Strap is where I ask Keith one or two. We can do, if you want to do two in this round, it'll be a little bit of a lightning round. We can do that. This is the same theme, so we'll get your opinion if you want to go for round two, if you feel strong about round two. But what I do is I ask them a question. It's usually like top 5 answers and see how many you can get out of 5. So for today's Stump the Strap, we're going to go with something which I thought was kind of interesting. Which stadium is the most dangerous? So now let me give it a little preface, because there's a bunch of things that you could think of what stadium is, why it makes it most dangerous. So the first one, I'm going to go with the stadiums like with the local, the most violent crime locally. So like around the stadium, like surrounding the stadium, it doesn't have to be at the stadium per se. It's just in the surrounding areas. And this is the number of this. I'm not sure exactly when this is pulled. This is relatively new. So this will be number of violent crimes per 10,000 residents living in stadium zip code is what the
so that's the whole parameter of the okay. So I thought that was part of it, but it's all based on that.
Yeah, just the most dangerous stadiums to be around by zip code, essentially.
Okay. All right. And what I'll say is I'm not going to know the name of the stadiums often.
No, that's fine. Just
half the time they're named after a bank or like an insurance company.
No, you're fine. You'll maybe get a bonus points if you can name that. But.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go with.
This is tough. I'm not gonna lie. So I think if you can get 1 out of 5, I'll be impressed.
Oh, 1.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with White Sox Stadium. It's like.
So this is football.
Oh, it's all football. Okay.
All football.
Okay, well now it's changed.
That's NFL. Yes, it's only NFL, buddy.
I'll go. Well, now I would have went somewhere, but the teams move so many times. Let's see. I mean, are they all like where they're at currently?
One team has changed, but like 15 years ago, has changed locations. But
it's the current location. I'm choosing?
Current location. Currently.
Okay. 15 years ago, I guess that's a hint.
Could be. Maybe I don't even know what it is. So I probably am off on that.
So the numbers are wrong. So they can't guarantee that
that's
number's
right,
correct.
That's right.
Okay. All right. I'll go. I'm gonna go Soldier Field
in Chicago. That is not on the list. No.
Okay. All right.
I will tell you, I am a little surprised by the overall number one. To give you a little hint.
I mean, I always thought some of my thought process.
I don't know if you have it. You don't have. You can look if you want to. People are saying, but
no,
nobody's hit one yet. Brandon, good guess, but nobody's hit it yet.
I would always guess like the Raiders games in Los Angeles, or Oakland, but they're not there anymore. I'm not going to go.
Two good
Vegas
guesses by Brandon, but neither are on the list.
So is it violent crime or just crimes?
This is violent crime, but I'll give you. You know what? I'll give you normal crime too, because a lot of them
overlap.
Overlap, yeah.
All right, I got to start guessing here. Let's go. The Baltimore Ravens.
Baltimore Ravens is on the list, number 4. Yeah. So that's the most violent crime. 127 per 10,000 residents.
There was that one in the news lately where the kid just like the Ravens fan like was looking for Redskins fans or Commanders fans to beat up, and they just arrested him, right?
I didn't see that one, but yeah, I heard about the original story, I think, but
he was on like Instagram Live or whatever.
Yeah. I didn't see that they caught him or whatever, but I know
you got to be a pretty dumb criminal to not only commit some crimes, but also let's do it live. Let's do a live feed and commit my crimes. Yeah. Yeah.
Mark was correct in his. So everybody else has not hit yet, but
okay. Well, you better not be bringing Philly in there, but South Philly is a pretty safe area, so I don't know what the radius of the state.
With the zip code, I don't know.
Okay, I think South Philly's pretty safe. I always felt safe in South Philly. I'll go. I'm gonna go. Let's go Dallas. Dallas.
Dallas is not on the list.
Oh, I just wanted to put them on there.
Yeah, I figured you would. I will give you a hint though. There is a team on the list from that state.
Well, isn't there only one other team? Let's go Houston. Houston, Texans.
Houston is correct. Yeah, Houston is dangerous city, apparently.
Yeah.
143, so it's actually more dangerous than Baltimore.
Okay. Let's go Detroit.
Detroit's not on the list.
Not on the list. All right.
It's a very safe location where the stadium is.
Is it? Yes, I don't exactly know where that stadium is.
Greektown Casino. Yeah, it's patrolled pretty. I mean, certainly the parts. Baltimore, even Baltimore is not that bad, but it's pretty sketchy.
Yeah. All right, well, let's go DC. Let's go Washington.
No, DC's in a very safe. It's Lanham.
Is it?
It's in Lanham.
Oh, Landover. That's right. It's like a suburb kind of there.
Nothing. No.
So I'll just give one more guess, and then I already won. I already beat the one.
Yeah, you beat what I thought for sure.
Yeah.
I should have known Baltimore is a pretty safe bet. It's like the murder capital of the world.
Yeah. So. Yeah. I don't know if any of the New York teams.
Good guesses by people, but no, they're not. These are not. Maybe somewhat surprising on some of the top ones, but
I mean, it's like the Jets and Giants both play up. I'll go with that. Not okay. All right.
So I'll give you. Here we go. This is for violent crime now. Number 1, which is shocking to me, I think, is Denver Broncos.
Oh wow!
I never would have guessed that. So that's number 1. Number 2 is Kansas City Chiefs.
Huh.
Didn't know that either. So we worked through Houston, got that. Baltimore, you got that. And then number 4 was Tennessee Titans. So
okay.
I will say
no idea on those.
There is one that made the list. There was the highest on other crimes, just not nonviolent. So they were number 1 in property crime and they were number 1 in total crime. And that's Minnesota, which I wouldn't have guessed either. But
that's surprising. That stadium is right downtown in Minneapolis.
I guess so. Yeah, I don't know. All right. Do you want to go? You want to go for round number 2?
Let's do it towards the end. Let's go back to the draft.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Is that the same topic?
Similar topic, yes.
All right. We'll wrap back around on it.
I know, Brandon. I'm surprised. I don't know. Maybe it's just there's it. Sometimes if it like captures a piece of a really bad area, you know.
And Chris, I lived in South Philly for several years. South Philly's a very nice, safe area of the city. There's other areas of the city. I mean, West Philly, Southwest, North Philly are probably not the safest.
Everywhere else but South, essentially.
But no, Northeast, Center City. Well, maybe not even Center City as much. Northeast and South Philly are pretty safe areas of the city, at least in my opinion. I mean, like, all right. So is it back to me or you, Andy?
It's me. I think.
Okay.
It's Always Sunny. There you go. Okay. I'm kind of. Let me see here. I got a couple. I got a couple on the list that I think we'll talk about later. But
yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go with this one. I'm gonna go with being the tough guy at the stadium and talking shit to people and like yelling and screaming in their faces and berating them, knowing the whole time that you have a stadium of fans behind you that is backing you up. So like berating another player's thing, like not berating because taunting them, that's fine. I'm saying like get in their face, threaten them,
being physical, especially.
Yeah, or like picking a fight with somebody when you're of an opposing team. Knowing the fact that you have 40 or 50,000 people behind you that are going to see if a Vikings guy gets in a fight with a Green Bay guy, they're going to stick up for the Green Bay guy. It's just a cowardly move.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's so funny to see these people like, because in real life they would never do this at all or anything like that. Like
absolutely. But I feel sometimes though, and I've seen it firsthand, that like the local fans will realize the local fan is a jerk off.
Yeah.
So there's times where it doesn't work out the way you're describing it, but I get what you're saying.
Well, I'm not even saying necessarily it turns to physicalness. It's just the picking of the fight thing. Yeah. Because yes, of course. Yeah. I mean, of course, like, and it happens other ways too. Like when the opposing fan gets, but that's not what I'm saying. Like you're an idiot and you're going to get beat up and you probably should be for that. But like, you're the guy, it's like, got all of his buddies and 40,000 other people.
Yeah, I got you. That makes sense.
That's my number. That's my pick.
I don't know how to type that in though. So what am I writing here?
I don't know. I wrote being an old tough guy bully at games when you have a whole stadium behind you. You could maybe point to the Eagles fan most recently.
Well, there's actually more to that story that's coming out now. That he was banned, I know, but did you see that there was all the Packers? I don't know what's true, what's not true, but
I'm
Packers. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't care. I mean, I would not yell those kind of words at a woman at the game, nor would I would have said something to the guy if he was next to me doing it too.
Sure.
But apparently, the Packers fan is posting a lot of homophobic slurs on these different like chats or on like Twitter and Instagram.
Oh, really?
And saying it was like a rumor that the Eagles sent them a bunch of gear. So I don't really know what the true story is. I mean, I know the Eagles fan was banned.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, obviously it's, attacking the guy is one thing, but then yelling at the woman, calling her an ugly, whatever. We'll have to say that here.
See you in Toledo.
Yeah. Okay. So being a bully at games when
Mark says being a douche, but I think, I that's definitely an element of it. I think being like a cowardly picking on somebody or something.
Yeah. And I think absolutely. And there's always like, hey, and if you came to the game, the Eagles play the Lions next year at the Link. If you went to the game with me, which I wouldn't advise, you're going to get the a-hole chant throughout the game often. But that doesn't hurt. That never hurt anyone. But I understand getting in your face and like,
like picking a fight thing is a different story. Like I mean, I understand you're going to get taunted
or
the whole time,
throwing stuff at people or spilling their
glass
drinks on. I totally.
That type of thing.
Yeah. Other than a snowball. Snowball's never hurt anyone.
Right.
So, all right. So let's see. Where am I going to go?
My last one is I picked it just because I know. Well, I'm not going to pick it, but I'll tell you, it's not one that you're going to get, but it drives me nuts, and it probably doesn't drive anybody else but me nuts.
All right.
You're running out? You're running out of...
No, I just don't know what the side. I have a bunch. I just don't know what the side on here. So this one is sort of a fan violation, but sort of a league violation all in one. All right,
Okay.
and like how the fan violation is handled, I'll say, because I'm getting it all wrapped into one cannoli.
Okay.
That makes sense. So I'm going to go with fans running onto the field.
Okay.
Fans running onto the field, streaking or whatever you're doing. Maybe not streaking as much, but fans running onto the field, and the news TV coverage immediately saying, we're not going to show that. We're not going to encourage that.
Okay.
When there's like thousands of phones recording that guy on the channel at all times, right? They're like, show it, because it's entertainment. And plus, if you get like the police officer tackling the guy, the women's soccer player who like, you ever see that one where she like blindsided, like body checked the dude running onto a soccer game?
So. Yeah,
that was an awesome one. And I think those are...
Flashers.
What was that?
Christopher Nutter Flashers, yeah. No, you know what? I want to say that they have been a little more like open to I don't know if they show it. They still may not show it, but
they don't think they show it at all.
But they definitely they used to be like, well, somebody came on the field. I mean, like somebody's trying to. They wouldn't even say that they're.
Yeah. Now they do. They say it, but they don't show the guy. Even though you can go on Twitter and see it immediately.
Yeah, of course.
So like this dude here, like this dude here running with his plastic horse. Great fashion though. I do like that.
What is wrong with you?
I do like
now wait.
guy.
Now what am I? Let's see. What did you put in the machine this time? You said old fat homeless guy carrying a horse. Is that what you?
No, I just said I definitely didn't say homeless guy. I didn't say homeless guy. And this one too. I didn't put him in a top hat. They just put a hat on him. It's a pretty good look though with that top hat.
What does he have on the side there? Is that a little thing of whiskey or something?
Yeah, he does have like a little flask of whiskey. And I liked how this one, the cop and the ref are the same person.
Yeah, why is he also like 10 times bigger than...
I don't know. Yeah, there's definitely a problem there with size reference. But this guy looks better because he's just drunk looking, right? He's got... Yeah, I like the dedication to his logo or his spirit. You got the chest hat, King of Pennants. I think you need to get the King of Pennants chest hat, Andy.
Yeah.
So
he looks like a Bills fan.
he looks hammered, that dude. He's number one. So
why is he wearing a bathrobe and like checkered pants? Like you would think he's at a game.
I thought that was like a cardigan sweater.
Yeah, makes much more sense, a cardigan sweater.
But I love the Argyle pants like rolled up to the knee. That's a great look.
Yeah.
The boots, the top hat, or whatever that is.
Okay. All right.
It almost has like a snake on it. So there we got it. There we have it.
Such an idiot.
Let me write this one in. Let's see. Fans running onto field and TV not showing it.
So it requires a little more kind of explanation.
Yeah. Thanks, Sean.
I don't know if your pick was good. It's just the fact that you come with visual aids that helps you out.
Yeah, and I will say, like, you can use that app free, but you only get like 3-4 things you could do at a time. I'm like, I was running. I did so many images. You see all the ones I didn't use.
I'm sure.
I had to pay for it. I'm paying $20 a month now to do that.
Good. Well, I'm glad I'm costing you money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I kind of thought they were showing it more. In college, they show it.
Oh, really? Okay.
I kind of feel like they're opening it up a little bit. Much like remember how they become way more open to celebrations and stuff like that. Do you remember there's a time period where you couldn't do anything? It was
the NFL
cool.
improved.
So
they
good
improved this. Yeah.
Such a smart move to do that.
So much more leeway now, especially like defensive turnovers. Like the whole team runs in the end zone and they're doing. Yeah. There was no reason not to do it back in the day, right?
Everybody loved it. It's like, wasn't there anything? Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So
segment.
Find of the week.
Sorry to cut you off there, but was trying to find a. All right, so this segment we're gonna do find of the week whenever we're gonna show some finds. Now, I actually did not go picking at all. Almost 2 weeks now, or at least 10 days, because it's like
oh my God,
in the teens.
Are you?
I'm going out tomorrow. It's like gonna be 19 degrees. I'm going out. picking.
You must be jonesing.
Yeah, I'm going
Picking.
out. There won't be no one there. I'm going to drive 2 hours for like 3 dealers with nothing there because it's going to be blistery. But yeah, so I didn't go up, but I did buy this. I have 2 finds to show you. I did buy this in an eBay lot that I bought some stuff for my collection from this, but I did pick up this guy.
Is that K-Line?
K-Line graded PSA 4. I already had this card for the set.
Okay.
So this card's going to go on Whatnot Monday night, $2 start. $2 start on the K-Line. So
Let's see which one I have that one, but I don't know how good mine is. I'm gonna have to buy that.
you might have to come over there and bid. It's going to upgrade for you. But yeah,
Well, you said a 5. You said a 4.
4.
I have a 4.5. Sorry.
It's very clean though. Very clean 4.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. When does that go?
Yeah.
When are you doing that, buddy?
Monday night, 10:30.
All right.
It's a Ray train. It starts at 8:30 or 8 o'clock with Kerry American Arbitrage cards. Then Rod picking and punching cards at 9:30. Then I go at 10:30 to 11:30.
Cool.
And is the championship game Monday night?
Yeah, it's also a holiday too. Just so you know, it's President's
Yeah.
Day and maybe even inauguration. I forget. I'm not working on Monday. I know that.
I work, but
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But by the way, like I work in downtown DC, literally like 3 blocks from the White House, and there's like barricades and all this crap is starting.
makes sense. It makes sense you can't go. Yeah.
But
Yeah, I wonder. I got to double check that's still going to happen because we didn't do it this past Monday because they had the playoff game.
I think it's Monday. I think the Monday is the playoff game.
Yeah. So I'm fine doing it, but I don't. I'll make sure they're going to do it too. But either way, it'll be on a Monday night. I'm saving that for Whatnot. $2 start.
All right.
And then the other find of the week is even though
yes, it's all Monday. Yeah, it's all a lot of stuff going on Monday.
yeah. So this is not my find of the week, but let me. Is it showing? I don't have it on there yet. This is a find of the week of our giveaway winner this week, Mark Hoyle.
Oh, that's cool.
He's texting me this. I'm like, I'm going to use this as the find of the week because I didn't find anything.
That's some fine silver, right?
Yeah, sterling silver, like serving set that was given out by the Red Sox to sports writers in 1940. Sterling silver, like gift set.
That's
so very cool pickup, Mark.
Similar to that, what's that other thing that you had, right? Doesn't they give it away to writers or something like that?
Yeah, I sold something that. What was that? Yeah, I think it was a knife set.
Yeah. That's right. Oh no, we do not need to give him any ideas.
Let's see what he said. Let's see. I do like it. I do like it.
No need for that.
All right,
Am I going to have to $20? Am I have to spend $20 to get this AI generation?
At least you can do 3 a day or 4 a day for free. So yeah, great pickup, Mark. Congrats.
You got that's I mean that's a cool piece, right? There can't be that many of those things around. It's got to be.
No, because there's probably like 25, 30 sports writers, maybe. I don't know,
Yeah,
but
that's awesome.
Yeah, very cool.
All right, so we go on to the last one.
Yeah.
All right, I'm trying to think. I got the ones I wanted.
That's what we did so far. Everyone remembers that.
Okay.
Is it you or me though?
Oh, it's you. I guess it's you. You're right. You're not going to take the one I picked, but don't worry.
Probably not. No. I'm between 2. Let's see.
Yeah, Brand. Well, if it comes to that game, he will not agree to that.
Never. I don't. This is not a tomfoolery. This is not a
Tomfoolery?
Yeah, it's not a lighthearted thing. This is like life or death for me, man. I will not talk to my wife for 3 days if they lose. She's nothing to do with the Lions.
Wait. Oh, is it just if they lose to the Lions? What if they lose this week? Would you be? You wouldn't be as.
Oh, I'm not going to be happy. Yeah, but I'll still do the podcast.
You won't be as emotionally broken.
By the way, though, on that note, on the podcast front, me and Andy we're not going to have a podcast next Wednesday night. Our podcast next week is going to be Friday night. We have the Rushmore Show boys on. We have both members of the Rushmore Show, and we're drafting best video game characters. So, in place of our podcast Wednesday night, we're going to do a live rip over on Rips and Brews, and probably this channel as well. So we'll still be on live, just not the podcast. I'll probably still mock Andy in some fashion with some GPT AI generated tomfoolery.
You're just saying a lot of letters there. Okay, I don't think.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know if they make sense.
All right, so I'm
What's
between.
your final pick?
Yeah, I'm torn. I got like 3. Let's see. All right, well, I'll save this one. I'll save that for the end. This is one that I don't encounter much because I purposely don't encounter this, but this is if you're hanging out with other people watching a football game.
I figured you would say one about a Super Bowl party or something, but
Super Bowl party particularly. And I've only went to one Super Bowl party in the last 5 years because I don't want to be around. Because thankfully, the Eagles have been to the Super Bowl like twice in the past 7 years. So at least I was at the game, so I don't have to worry about those two. And I went to a couple others. I did go to a couple parties. But I much prefer to watch it by myself. But I'm going to say talking non-football at a football game. If people start talking about like, the latest episode of Squid Games, and you're like watching the game, I'm like, shut the hell up. This is football.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you agree with that or not, but
yeah, I mean, I get it. I understand it's a very selective thing for you, but like if your team's not in it,
I still don't care.
Yeah. I mean, that doesn't bother me as much as it bother you. I will agree if you're talking about, or if you're talking loud, like over the game or something, although I don't even care about that, honestly, that much, because I don't really love to listen to the announcers that much. But yeah, I get it. It's not bad. I can see how it bothers you more. You have very like finicky taste on that stuff.
No, I'm just zoned in. I don't want to hear it.
But if you're at a Super Bowl party and it's not your team, like I don't think it doesn't bother me that much. I don't think.
It still bothers me. It still bothers me.
Okay.
I'm still watching. I mean, yeah.
I got it. It's good. It's good. And I have my pick is, I would say, somewhat similar to that. Like it's very, I don't say it's similar, but it's just it's uncouth, I guess. I don't know what it is. So my last pick is going to be, all right, now stay with me on this one. Wearing the jersey of the player who's used to be on your team but is now on the opposing team.
I will say this. That was always one that would have made my list, wearing like a defunct player, not even necessarily on the other team. But it depends on the player. Like if you were like Brian Dawkins, for example, when he came back with the Broncos, it depends on the player's like status of the home team.
No, doesn't do it for me.
Oh yeah, that's totally.
So this has happened recently with Stafford coming back to Detroit, where people were wearing Stafford jerseys.
I don't see anything wrong with it.
That's horrible.
Don't see anything wrong with it. Nothing wrong.
That's the difference. Then we have different things.
Absolutely. But I will say also though, with vintage clothing, there's a trend too. Not necessarily with Stafford, not that genre of stuff, but there's a trend for like a lot of people who buy vintage jerseys want to buy like the weirdest player like they can find, like like just
the Cardinals jersey.
Yeah, or like just a player that you never heard of. Like, how do they make a jersey of this guy?
Oh,
like
weird.
the oddball jerseys, like that kind of stuff is what people look for, and I have some of it that I wear.
Yeah.
But
so that was another potential kind of thing on my list too, where it was wearing kind of random, like not random, I wouldn't say that, but like the most obscure players from like the 50s and 60s. I was like, well, that's kind of a direct shot to Keith and his dad. Like, but no, I mean,
I miss that
doesn't
part.
really bother me that much. It's really what bothers me is when you're playing the other team and you're supposed to be a Lions fan or whatever, and you're wearing a Stafford jersey. Like, no, that's not what you do. If you wear a Stafford Rams jersey, sure, go for it. But that's not how it works.
That's as a Lions fan.
No, as a Rams fan, I'm saying.
No, I don't see anything wrong with it, but I understand. I can understand the. But that's very similar to Dawkins, and I think it would be a big. I mean, that nobody would have scoffed at that. People wearing the Dawkins jersey when he came back with the Broncos. Nobody would have scoffed at that.
I'm not saying everybody hates it, but there was a buyback on Stafford jerseys and stuff, and people were like making them into different jerseys.
But that's also a different situation there, where like the Lions are a winning team now. They weren't really winning with him, and it's every situation is different. But yeah.
Anyway, so that's my. I know. I knew it was going to be a bit of an outlier. But that one bothers me.
Wearing a jersey of a player, former, who is now on the opposing team.
Yeah. This is going to be tough for people to understand a vote, but
yeah.
Anyway,
you have to watch the whole podcast to understand it.
Exactly. All right. So you want to go through kind of the.
Yeah, Jim. Yeah, Jim was over on dibdit.com. He actually signed up after seeing it on the YouTube, so he came over, bought some stuff. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, I'm busy, man. I've been like grinding on live streams. Like I've had a live stream like every day for a couple of weeks.
I believe too much of your life is now recorded, so you should probably stop.
Well, they are. I put them all on YouTube, but I delete them because you can't really. I'm playing like some great Bad Bunny last night on whatnot. Yeah. And I don't think that's gonna be a copyright issue, so I do delete them afterwards. But that was jamming some Bad Bunny.
All right, you want to go through some of your ones that you didn't pick, but
yeah,
were close.
Yeah. Or unless you want to do another stomp, it's up to you.
No, it's fine. I think another stomp. We can if you want. You want to do that real quick?
Maybe instead of that, let's do this real quick.
Okay. Are you going to put more pictures of me up there?
No, not a pic. I do have pictures, but not. This is not what I'm. Hold on. I gotta find where I put this thing.
Oh boy, what's going on here?
All right, we're gonna do a little live rip, Andy.
Oh, we are? Okay. All right.
Yeah, it'll be a quick one. Since we're over on Rips and Brews, might as well work on a rip. So I picked this up today at Walmart. I had to get some dog food, so hey, might as well buy some cars.
All good, Jim. Right? All good. I'm not as busy as he is on these things, so. But thanks for stopping by.
What's up, Dan? I saw Dan over on dibdit.com.
Oh,
so how did your show do, Dan? So I bought this today. I don't really know what these are about. It's a Panini Revolution. I mean, it's a tin box. I think there's 3 packs, 5 cards per tin. I don't know what you can get out of here.
Yeah.
If I get the box open, that's the first key.
How about I run through some of that? You want to run through my questions while you're doing it, or no?
Yeah. Let's double it up. Right. Yeah.
All right. So here we go, Keith. Here's a similar NFL stadium thing. This is fans witnessing crimes. So stadiums where crimes have been witnessed by fans. Does that make sense? So this is the percentage of fans who have witnessed a crime at a stadium.
Okay. Are they current stadiums?
Current stadiums.
Okay. All right. Let me. I will open the pack. Let me turn my comments off.
Steph Curry. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I don't know what you can get out of here, but they're pretty cool looking packs, though. Look at that.
Yeah.
It looks like a snowflake kind of print. It's
I'm gonna missed out on an Iverson rookie.
Oh yeah, I had it on, but I was trying to I had no audio, so I didn't know what was going on. But I'm gonna open up one, and then I'll give you a couple guesses, Andy.
So I'm sorry, Brand. Again, it's this NFL stadium, so we'll go back to same as before.
All right, we got Tumani Kamara. Look, that's a fancy looking card.
Kind of cool looking card, yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Oh, I'm gonna say that one. That's like fancy looking. We got Chris Paul.
How old are these? I feel like he's not
23, 24.
Okay.
Jared Allen. Cavs. Kevin Durant. Here we go. And then we had the that's one I already hit. And then we had the fancier rookie card. It's like a green Taylor Hendricks.
Don't know him. Okay.
Yeah, not numbered or anything. All right. So my first stadium, I'll go the link.
Number 1, 63% of the fans have witnessed a crime. And most common crime witnessed at the stadium is physical violence.
Yeah. All right. I knew that would be up there.
Number 1.
My second guess, I'll go back to. I'll go Baltimore.
Baltimore's not on the list.
My list? All right. I'll save my right. Let me rip a pack.
It's safe inside the stadium, just not outside.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Or safer. Baltimore fans aren't not crazy either, honestly. Allegiant Stadium, is that New England? No, that's not. I don't know what New Allegiant is.
Yeah, I don't never know the names that well.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's not.
Nick Smith Jr. rookie card.
I don't
I'm
know.
gonna say that card.
Is Wemby? I don't know if Wemby's in this stuff. I would assume so, but
Probably, yeah.
he's with Panini. Dan, good guess, but no, not on the list.
Tyler Hero.
Um,
Paul George. And I'm going to go the back card there. Jason
a good
Tatum,
guess.
Revolution. It's a cool looking one.
I think Vegas gets a lot of bad rap.
Andy, don't give away my guesses, Andy.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Let's see. I mean, you got to think if it's like a passionate fan base, right? It can't be like Arizona where like nobody gives a crap.
No.
I'm sorry, listeners, if you're in Arizona or watchers.
I feel like
I'll
we're
go.
getting Ben Simmons.
I'll go New England.
New England's on the list. Yeah, 51% of the fans have witnessed a crime, and again, physical violence was number one.
All right,
Most common.
and let's go. Cleveland.
Cleveland is on the list. 42%. That was number 5, and that was again physical violence.
Okay, let me rip one more, and I'll get more guesses.
Okay. I'll give you one final question too at the end.
Okay,
Well, if you want to. Nah, we don't have to. They're all similar.
this is the name that Andy would not be good with, but
Oh, jeez. Is that Millets?
Vasily Mikic, I think. How do you say that?
I don't think we did say that, Dan, but not on the list, though. This is only top 5, too, I'm sure.
OG Anunoby. We got these are hard to see the names. Darren Fox.
Yeah, so
Colin
that was
Sexton.
on the list.
And the last card, you got the
All
fancy
good, Dan.
insert.
All good.
Devin Vassell. All right, so I didn't hit anything too exciting, I don't think.
Is that all 3? Okay.
That was all 3. Yep.
All right. Oh, I think you're muted again. Or yeah. Keith, as soon as Keith touches his microphone, it instantly mutes him.
I had to get a new mic, but Andy, do you see
Yeah,
the clock?
Brad, he won this one, I would say. He definitely won this one.
Yeah. Let's see. Do you see the clock up top? Why is that thing highlighted in red like that? The clock in the upper left? Upper left?
Highlighted?
On the screen. You got to look up in the upper part of the screen.
I'm looking at, what are you talking about?
Your eyes aren't going up. That's why I'm saying that.
I have a big screen.
Oh, okay.
It's not, it's just red. I don't know. Was
Looks
it always
different.
like that?
Looks different. No.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So it's a Cleveland. Let's go. Let's stay in. Do I go Ohio? Let's go Ohio. Let's go Cincinnati.
No, not on the list.
All right.
I'll get you got 3 of the 4 or 3 of the
Yeah.
5, so I'll give you the other.
Yeah,
the
I was
other
rolling.
2.
Yeah. Go for
So
it.
number 2 is Dallas Cowboys. The
Okay.
number 1 most common crime there was public intoxication, so not physical violence for once. And then MetLife, so the New York Jets and Giants, disorderly conduct was number 1. All right,
Makes
so here we
sense.
go. Lightning round, Keith. You're gonna fire them off at me. Which stadium would fans? This is like a survey done. What stadium would you not feel comfortable visiting as an opposing fan? This is a survey done. I don't know how many people were.
How many are there?
5.
5. All right, I'll go Link.
Yes, number 1, 14.9. 15% of the people said they would not want to go there or not feel comfortable. Link's number 1.
Go Cleveland.
Cleveland number 2.
I'll go.
I didn't know Cleveland had such a bad rap. Good guess, Brandon, but no, it's not on the list. I think those people are a little more welcoming. Maybe not welcoming, but
I'll say Patriots.
Patriots not on the list. But,
Okay. Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh's not on the list. They're not. They love their team, but they're not crazy.
I'm just thinking an outside perspective,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It doesn't even necessarily have to
That's
be
true.
like how this team actually is. It's tough for that.
Both good guesses, Dan and Brandon, but no, they were not in the top 5 at least.
I mean, I don't know. It's the stadium or a team? So I go to New York, but I don't know which.
So you can do whatever. You can do either team or stadium.
Stadium, New York.
No, not on the list.
All right. Well, that's probably my 5, right?
Yeah. So number 1 was Philadelphia, 14.9%. Felt uncomfortable or would not want to go or something like that. Cleveland Browns is number 2. Chicago Bears number 3. Dallas Cowboys number 4, and the Las Vegas Raiders number 5. So there you go.
I mean, I know the Raiders fan base has a rap, but it's in a different city. That's why I would definitely say Oakland or but that's like
I think back in the day that would have been a different story for sure.
Yeah.
No, current stadium. So
I've actually never went to a road game other than like the Super Bowl. So you're not really going to a home town.
Yeah.
But someday I probably will. If I probably not, I wouldn't want to go to an NFC East stadium. I would want to go like Midwest.
Yeah.
More
welcoming.
Go to Green Bay, go to Minneapolis.
Green Bay, I think, would be interesting. Yeah. I mean, and Green Bay is a safe place too. So
yeah.
All right, so let's go real quick. Let's finish it off on this, on any ones that you want to come to New Orleans. There you go.
Yeah, that's true. What's up, Andy? I mentioned earlier, Andy, that you and Kirk are going to be on our podcast next Friday night, 8 o'clock Eastern time, doing the best video game characters. So definitely check out the Rushmore show.
Okay. So what else did you have on your list? Or do you want to go through anything?
Yeah, let me show you. I'll show you one. I hate, these are a new trend. What is that reaction?
Show me one.
This is not a great one. This is not a great work here, but I hate those. I hate those oversized hats. I loathe those freaking things. And I like the noggins. That's why you have a noggin on your chest. The noggin hats. Those things are so lame. And all they're like the hip hop guys that they wear them at the stadiums, but I hate that look.
Yeah.
So
I'm not a fan. Not a fan of those.
That's a good look though. Yours at least has football laces on it.
Is it? Okay. It looks like baseball too. It was a bit of both maybe.
Hey Dan, you came in late, but let me show Dan because he came in late, Andy. I want to show. So Dan, I did some visual aids for a lot of my picks. So for streakers onto the field, we had this one for Andy. The little Andy action there, holding a plastic horse because he does love horses. And then the ultimate lame thing for a fan to do is hold up a sign at the game. And here was Andy holding up his sign.
You're a monster.
At the game. I like to play. And there was two of the streakers. This dude too. That dude too. So
great. All right. I will say, I think the drunk fan fighting, that's another thing too.
Yeah.
Just like the brawls. I did have an example of the belt buckle.
Yeah.
I did have the example of drunk fan fighting. So there was a 10-cent beer night in 1974. I don't know if you heard about this. Cleveland Indians learned. Yeah, Cleveland Indians heard. This is a little blurb. It says the Cleveland Indians learned the hard way 10-cent beer night wasn't a wise idea. Per the rules of the promotion, fans were limited to 6 beers per purchase, but there was no limit placed on the number of dime price beers they could be bought to during the game. The situation came to a head in the 9th inning when an Indians fan charged the field. More quickly followed, some of whom were armed with chains, knives, and clubs.
Oh yeah, that was they shut the whole field down, right? Yeah, Disco Demolition Night. That was another one.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's wild. I think Phillies had similar stuff, not dollar beer, or not 10-cent beer night, but they had the dollar dog night, and that would attract such a young crowd and a drinking crowd just coming and eat massive amount of hot dogs and get hammered. Those games were pretty wild, and that was I don't know if you remember the one where the kid purposely vomited on a mother and the kids. He made himself vomit on her. He got arrested for vomiting on the woman.
Good.
But that was on a dollar dog night. So those kind of nights, any kind of special night. Yeah, look that up. Watch that. Look for that video. You might not want to
pass on that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. Most ridiculous theme nights or something. Yeah.
Throwing hot dogs in the field. Yeah, they threw hot dogs on the field. Andy, I'll
go ahead.
Another one. I've seen this at the stadium a little bit, but people I hate this at the game when you're watching the game and people like openly rooting for their fantasy team at the game. You got to keep those things separate, right? When you're at the game.
I haven't heard. Okay, I haven't seen that. I haven't been to too many games, but I definitely haven't heard that yet. I mean, you've been to a significantly more, I'm sure.
There was this one idiot behind me. It was last year, I think, and the guy was wearing a Steelers jersey, but it wasn't the Eagles Steelers, and it was a different game, and he was cheering on like the opposing team. It was maybe say the Eagles were playing the Vikings. They weren't.
Yeah.
Eagles, Vikings. Guy was wearing a Steelers fan, cheering for like Justin Jefferson. And I'm like, why the hell are you cheering for Justin Jefferson? He's like, he's on my fantasy team. So we're like, oh man, I was like yelling at this guy. That guy was so annoying. But yeah, you got to keep your fantasy separate, at least not verbally. Like
that's a good one too, though. Just wearing a non. I didn't even think about this, but this is one I
had that on my list too.
Okay, yeah. Wearing a jersey of a team that's not playing, like that's insane.
It's weird, and I will say I'm guilty of that one time that I went to the Cleveland game and at the National wearing a Phillies jersey because it came from the National.
Oh,
but
okay.
In general, it's weird though. It's weird. Yeah. Not nice things. I'll say not nice things.
Okay. So this is like this is one taunting or being annoying on basic like routine plays. Like a player gets a first down, and the team's behind by like a ton or something, and they're like first down, and they're losing by 40 points, and they're like, and he gets like, picks up a 9-yard gain or something, gets a first down.
Are you talking about like an opposing fan or any fan?
Any fan, like if you're down by 30 points. And then, like, for a meaningless play, and they're like suddenly lose it and are throwing the first down signal for like when they're
unless it's like a Bronx cheer.
Oh yeah,
depends on how it's delivered.
I'm using it specifically like rooting.
I got you. Yeah.
So that was one. Here's another one too, and this is similar to what you were saying too about like the fans rushing the field. And also similar to like the taunting of the nondescript play type of thing. But when fans take down goalposts in like a very basic game, like for instance, like if you're like a college team or something like that, and you rip down the goalpost because you beat Ohio State, but like Ohio State is like doesn't care about you, right? Like you're not, and it's not a game where it gets you anything. Like if you can rip down the thing if you win the a title or something, or but not for beating like a team that you should. It's not even like Ohio State, I should say. It was more like them beating a top 25 team and they're a top 50 team type of thing.
Okay, yeah, I guess the parameters.
I don't mean like a number one and you beat a number one like that.
Well, who beat like Notre Dame this year? Who's that school?
Like Northern Iowa, I think, or Northern.
So they can do it, right? They can do it.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'm not even sure that they were that highly ranked. That's a little early. I think anyway. I don't like the whole.
I'm okay with it. I'm all right with it.
That's fine. Well, I didn't.
You're creating jobs. You're creating jobs too, right? You're helping the economy. Those people have to put those things back up.
We sort of said that, right? We were talking a little bit about it. That's a good one though.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's tough. That's kind of weird. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Unless you're paying for it, I guess. Northern Illinois. Okay. Well, I mean, if you're going to
show. Absolutely. I don't really pay to get autographs much.
Yeah,
I mean, I collect
asking for autographs at the show. It's totally fine. we haven't done it yet, but we may at some point.
Yeah.
You got anything more?
Yeah, I mean, this is, and I know some people who do this, and it's nothing against them personally, but people who dress up at a game, it's similar to something you said earlier, solely for the attention. Yeah. There's a lot of like famous fans, like IG fans or whatnot, that like dress up at games only for, like the dude at the Eagles game who wears the silver mohawk.
Oh,
or the guy with the shoulder pads, or the Raiders guys with the spike shoulder pads.
You don't like that, okay?
Yeah, I mean, don't try to draw attention to yourself.
Part of that though is like an allure, like the Denver guy with didn't he have like a barrel around him and stuff like that? Like they're like super fans almost. So
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I think, but
they're part of the. That doesn't bother me. I will agree if it's like. I don't like to dress up when they're dressing up weird, and they're not like the guy, right? Like you're not Fireman Steve or whatever his name is.
Yeah. Well, then you'll
Casey
see like
Wolf
the
is.
yeah, he got arrested, right? He was a bank robber.
Yeah.
You'll see guys like dress up in random outfits, and that's weird. But I follow a guy on Instagram, the Philly Alligator. He's pretty funny. I'll give it to him. But the similar idea though, if the guy dresses up as like Dr. Seuss going to the Eagles game, first of all, your hat's gonna be in my way. I hate that.
right.
But that's sort of lame. Like just nobody's a bigger fan than me. I don't need to put shoulder pads on. And I've worn shoulder pads at home before, but not at the game. Hey, did you dress up as an Eagle? Maybe you might have dressed up as an Eagle one game, didn't you?
I don't think so. No.
I think you might have. The championship game?
No, I didn't dress up as an Eagle that time. I definitely didn't.
Okay.
All right, my last one. I mean, I have a couple others, but this is the last kind of decent one. And this is all somewhat maybe tied to the alcohol or drinking too, but the getting up every 2 minutes to like go, like, I don't know if where you are, where your seats are, but like getting up and making you like shifting down and stuff like that. Like,
you mean like going to the bathroom and getting a drink?
You're going to the bathroom or getting a drink. Yeah, but I've been at like last like Baltimore game I went to this is an Orioles game. This person must have gotten up 50 times during the game. Like, they came back, they like got a drink, came back, then went to go pee, and then came back again and had another drink, and then it's like, dude, you have not watched this game for more than 5 minutes cumulatively. So what are you doing?
And I will say it's more. And quick answer to Dan's question, that doesn't bother me as much as long as it's like right at Christmas.
Well, right? not in like September, right?
Not now. Yeah.
Not preseason Santa.
Yeah. I will say that I totally agree with you. Even more so if that person does not have proper timing, either when they leave or come back.
That's the worst.
Like, these idiots come back like middle of the play, like giant third down play, like I'm gonna go come back down to the seat. Now that
they inevitably have 2 beers in their hand and are probably spilling them on you too.
Yeah, absolutely, and stepping on your feet.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, no, you got to have proper timing, and you got to limit your trips. You limit your trips.
Yeah,
there's breaks in baseball games and football games for a reason. You try to time it up properly, and
definitely.
Yeah.
I was gonna put the John 3:16 guy on the list. Just this, if people are still doing that again, I feel it's run its course. It was interesting for a while, but not.
Is that like the people dressing up?
Well, no, just like the similar to the sign and stuff like that. Morgana, the kissing bandit, is kind of like she's kind of part of baseball lore, I feel like. But anyway, all right. Well, that's what it is. That's my list. My
only one I had left, and it's just not a big one, but it's like not bandwagon fans. Like they're like the whole Lions fan base right now is like you can welcome in those bandwagon fans because when your team is that like more the merrier is my point, right? Like who cares if you're getting new fans? But say for example the Lions go 3-16 or 3-14 next year, which won't happen. But if they did, I mean you got to stay with the team then. Right, if you're on the bandwagon, you gotta stay on the bandwagon. And
I had thought about bandwagon fans too, but yet thinking to your point too that it's I on your point, I hate the ones that are like pretending like, oh yeah, I switched over because I forget who it like, I don't know. Dallas has been horrible the last two seasons.
Yeah, you got to stick with it through the thick and thin.
Dude, you have no room to talk. I've been looking at this team for 40 years, and they've. So that's horrible.
Yeah, we talked about doing greatest announcers. Yeah, we'll probably do that at some point. That's a good one.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But that was a good list. It was a good draft. I mean, I knew it was a little different one, so we could go in a lot of different directions with that. And we had some fun visual aids, which will be back next week.
I'm not going to spend $20 because I think that's ridiculous, but I will find a way.
It's an investment for me, right? It's an investment in our fans, not fans, but viewers, watchers. I care about them, Andy.
I see.
I care about them and entertaining them.
Get that off the screen. Monster.
All right, so guys have it. So we're going to be back on Wednesday night next week with a live rip, and we'll be back on next Friday night with a live podcast again with the Rushmore guys, the Rushmore Show, doing a best video game characters, and I'll have a video come out Saturday 1:00. Still have to edit that. Should be out. I haven't missed one yet. And then Andy edited one for Rips and Brews coming out tomorrow night. I'm not really thrilled with the beginning of that video, but this is sort of payback for that.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you're gonna watch that, that's
pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. And then it's interesting editing, I'll say that. And then we have shorts coming out every day on Rips and Brews, so check them out. So appreciate you guys. Jim, I'm gonna hit you up, send you back an email. I got your message. Appreciate that. And guys, we'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys.
Peace.
Out.